Barbara, a 71-year-old retired librarian from California, told me something that stopped me in my tracks. She said, "I used to pride myself on remembering every detail, every book title, every patron's name, every appointment. But lately, I walk into a room and forget why I am there. My heart races when I climb stairs. I feel slower." If you're over 60, you might know exactly what Barbara means. According to research from Harvard Health Publishing, there's a direct connection between your heart and your brain, and when one street ruggles, the other feels it too. Your heart pumps oxygen-rich blood to your brain every single second. When that flow weakens, your memory, focus, and energy can decline. But here's the hopeful truth: small, consistent choices, especially the foods you eat, can make a real difference in how you feel every day. Today, we're exploring 9 science-backed foods that may help support both your heart and your brain. These aren't expensive superfoods or hard-to-find ingredients. They're foods you can pick up at your local grocery store and start using this week. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted source for clear, caring, and practical health guidance. If living with more energy, better focus, and a stronger heart matters to you, I invite you to subscribe and join, and thousands of others who are taking small steps toward healthier aging. Let's begin. As we age, our bodies go through natural changes, and 2 of the most important organs affected are the heart and the brain. Here's why they're so deeply connected. Your heart is like the engine of a car. It pumps blood through thousands of miles of blood vessels, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body, including your brain. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's oxygen supply, even though it only makes up about 2% of your body weight. When blood vessels stiffen with age, when cholesterol builds up, or when inflammation increases, your heart has to work harder. And when your heart struggles, your brain doesn't get the steady supply of oxygen and glucose it needs to function well. That's when people notice moments of forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, feeling mentally tired by mid-afternoon, and mood changes or feeling off. According to the National Institutes of Health, chronic inflammation and poor circulation are 2 of the biggest risk factors for both heart disease and age-related cognitive decline. Think of it like this: if your garden hose gets clogged, the flowers at the end don't get enough water, even if the water source is fine. Your brain is like those flowers. It depends entirely on a clear, steady flow from your heart. The good news: certain nutrients, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, fiber, potassium, and folate have been shown in research to support circulation, reduce inflammation, and protect both heart and brain cells, and most of these nutrients are found in everyday foods. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated meal plans. You just need to know what works and how to add it into your life gently and realistically. Let's start by clearing away some common mistakes that might be blocking your progress. Before we talk about what to add, let's talk about what might be getting in the way of better heart and brain health. These aren't meant to make you feel guilty. They're just patterns many seniors fall into without realizing it. Once you recognize them, you can adjust. The first mistake is relying on low-fat processed foods. Many packaged foods labeled low-fat replace healthy fats with sugar, starch, or artificial ingredients. These can cause blood sugar spikes, increase inflammation, and strain both your heart and brain over time. Let me share Richard's story. He's a 69-year-old from Arizona who had to buy low-fat crackers, cookies, and salad dressings thinking they were heart healthy. After switching to whole foods with natural fats like olive oil and avocado, he noticed his afternoon energy improved and his cholesterol levels stabilized within 3 months. The second mistake is skipping meals or eating the same foods every day. Some seniors lose their appetite or fall into a routine of eating the same 1 to 2 meals repeatedly. This creates nutrient gaps, especially in omega-3s, antioxidants, and B vitamins that your brain and heart desperately need. Helen, 73, from Oregon, ate toast and tea for breakfast and canned soup for lunch almost every day. She felt foggy and tired. When she added berries, eggs, and leafy greens to her routine, he said, "It's like someone turned the lights back on in my mind." The third mistake is not drinking enough water throughout the day. Dehydration affects brain clarity faster than most people realize. Even mild dehydration can cause headaches, confusion, dizziness, and low energy. Your blood also thickens when you're dehydrated, making your heart work harder. Here's a simple habit. Keep a water bottle on your kitchen counter and aim for small sips throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. The fourth mistake is eating too much salt from packaged foods, canned soups, frozen dinners. Deli meats and salty snacks can quickly push your sodium intake too high. High sodium raises blood pressure, which strains both your heart and the delicate blood vessels in your brain. Thomas, 6, Y6 from Illinois, loved his daily ham sandwich and canned vegetable soup. After his doctor flagged his blood pressure, he switched to fresh turkey, homemade soups, and low-sodium versions within weeks. He felt calmer, slept better, and his blood pressure readings improved. The fifth mistake is eating large meals late at night. Digestion slows as we age. Eating large or heavy meals close to bedtime can disrupt sleep, cause acid reflux, and leave you feeling sluggish the next morning. Poor sleep directly affects memory, mood, and heart health. Try this simple a bit. Finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed and keep evening snacks light, like a small piece of fruit or a few nuts. Now that we've cleared these blockers, let's move into the heart of today's message, the 9 foods that can support your heart and brain starting today. For each food, I'll share why it helps your heart and brain, how to add it easily into your routine, and a simple habit you can start this week. Let's dive in. The first food is salmon or any oily fish. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. CH are essential for brain cell structure and heart health. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that people who eat oily fish regularly tend to have better memory, lower inflammation, and healthier cholesterol levels. Omega-3s help keep your blood vessels flexible, reduce the risk of blood clots, and support communication between brain cells. To add it into your routine, aim for 1 to 2 servings per week. Bake or grill your salmon with lemon, garlic, and herbs. Avoid deep frying, which can destroy the healthy fats. Here's a simple habit. Write Fish Friday on your calendar every week as a gentle reminder. Barbara, the librarian we mentioned earlier, started eating baked salmon once a week. She told me, "I didn't expect much, but after a month I noticed I could focus longer when reading, and my afternoon brain fog lifted." Please note, Barbara's experience is personal and may not reflect medical outcomes. Always consult your doctor about dietary changes. The second food is blueberries or mixed berries. Berries are packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which may help protect brain cells from oxidative stress and support memory. Studies suggest that seniors who eat berries regularly may experience slower age-related cognitive decline. Berries also support healthy blood vessels, which improves circulation to both the heart and brain. 2. Add them in. Use half a cup of fresh or frozen berries with your oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothie. You can also eat them as a mid-morning snack. Here's a simple habit: buy frozen berries in bulk and store them in small containers in your freezer for easy access. The third food is walnuts. Walnuts contain plant-based omega-3s known as vitamin E and polyphenols, all linked to better brain function and heart protection. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that may help slow cognitive aging. To add them in, eat a small handful, about 5 to 7 walnut halves, daily. You can add them to salads, oatmeal, or eat them plain as a snack. Here's a simple habit. Keep a labeled jar on your kitchen counter that says Daily Brain Nuts to remind yourself. James, a 68-year-old retired postman from Texas, started eating walnuts every morning with his oatmeal. He said, "I used to forget where I put my keys 3 times a day. Now it's maybe once a week, and I feel sharper overall." This is James' personal experience and is not a medical claim. The fourth food is oats. Oats are rich in soluble fiber, which helps lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and supports steady blood sugar levels. A healthy heart means better circulation to your brain, which supports focus and energy. Oats also contain B vitamins and magnesium, both important for nerve function and heart rhythm. To add them in, start your day with a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with berries, walnuts, and a drizzle of honey. Here's a simple habit. Make overnight oats the night before. Mix oats, milk or plant milk, and berries in a jar, refrigerate, and it's ready in the morning. The fifth food is dark leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. Leafy greens provide folate, vitamin K, nitrates, and antioxidants. Folate supports healthy brain chemistry and may reduce homocysteine, a compound linked to heart disease and cognitive decline. Nitrates help relax blood vessels, improving blood flow. Research shows that seniors who eat leafy greens daily may have cognitive abilities similar to people 11 years young. To add them in, include a handful of spinach or kale in omelets, soups, smoothies, or pasta dishes. Here's a simple habit: buy pre-washed greens and store them at eye level in your fridge so you see them every time you open the door. The sixth food is beans, including black beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Beans are loaded with fiber, plant-based protein, potassium, and magnesium, all of which support heart rhythm, blood pressure, and stable energy. They also help control blood sugar, which protects your brain from inflammation. To add them in, include half a cup of beans in salads, soups, tacos, or rice bowls. Canned beans are fine, just rinse them to reduce sodium. Here's a simple habit: replace one meat-based meal per week with a bean-based dish, like lentil soup or black bean tacos. The seventh food is avocado. Avocados contain monounsaturated fats, which support healthy cholesterol levels and flexible blood vessels. They're also high in potassium, even more than bananas, which helps regulate blood pressure. To add them in, include avocado slices on toast, eggs, salads, or sandwiches. Here's a simple habit: white avocados every Sunday. Eat one midweek. and let the second ripen for later. The eighth food is olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Diets high in olive oil, like the Mediterranean diet, are linked to lower rates of heart disease and better cognitive function in older adults. To add it in, use olive oil as your main cooking oil, or drizzle it over roasted vegetables and salads. Here's a simple habit. Replace butter with olive oil 3 times per week when cooking. The ninth food is dark chocolate, 70% tea cacao or higher. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids that may improve blood flow to the brain, support mood, and protect heart health. The key is moderation. Small amounts offer benefits without excess sugar or calories. To add it in, enjoy one small square, about 1 ounce, after dinner as a treat. Here's a simple habit. Store dark chocolate in the freezer to slow yourself down and prevent overeating. Margaret, a 74-year-old grandmother from North Carolina, started having 1 square of dark chocolate each evening. She said, "It feels like a little reward for taking care of myself, and I sleep better knowing I made a healthy choice." This reflects Margaret's personal experience and should not be considered medical advice. Let me tell you about Barbara one more time. After 3 months of adding salmon, berries, walnuts, and greens into her routine, nothing extreme, just small, consistent changes, she told me, "I'm not perfect. Some days I forget, but most days I feel like myself again. I can finish a book without rereading the same page 3 times. I can walk up my driveway without feeling winded. I feel hopeful." You deserve that feeling, too. You deserve to wake up with energy, to remember the names of your grandchildren without pausing, to feel confident that you're doing something good for your body every single day. Here's my challenge for you. Pick just 1 food from today's list, add it to your routine this week. That's it. 1 small step. Maybe it's a handful of blueberries with breakfast. Maybe it's swapping butter for olive oil. Maybe it's trying salmon for the first time in months. Start small. Build momentum. Trust the process. And if this video gave you even one idea you can use, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Share this video with a friend or family member who might benefit. We're here every week with science-backed, easy-to-understand guidance, made specifically for adults over 60. You're not alone in this journey. Thank you for trusting us with your time and your health. Let us answer some of the most common questions we receive about heart and brain nutrition. Many people ask whether they need to eat all 9 foods every single day. No, that would be overwhelming and unnecessary. Aim to include 2 to 3 of these foods each day and rotate through the list over the course of a week. Variety is more important than perfection. Another common question is whether supplements are necessary or if you can get everything from food. Most people can meet their nutritional needs through whole foods. However, some seniors benefit from omega-3 or vitamin D supplements, especially if they don't eat fish or get limited sun exposure. Always consult your doctor before starting any supplement. People often wonder if they can use canned fish or beans, or if they have to be fresh. Yes, canned options work well. Choose fish packed in water, not heavy oil, and low sodium or no salted beans. Rinse canned beans under water to reduce sodium even further. Ask if frozen fruit has the same nutritional benefits as fresh. Often yes. Frozen berries are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, which preserves most of their nutrients. They're also more affordable and last longer. making them a great option for seniors. Others want to know if dark chocolate is safe if they have existing heart issues. Most people can enjoy small amounts of dark chocolate, but if you have arrhythmia, high blood pressure, or other heart concerns, check with your doctor first. They can advise based on your specific condition and medications. Some people ask what to do if they don't like fish or can't afford it regularly. No problem. You can get plant-based omega-3s from walnuts, chia seeds, ground flaxseed, or hemp seeds. While they are not identical to fish-based omega-3s, they still offer meaningful benefits. Finally, many want to know how long it takes to notice improvements. This varies from person to person. Some seniors report feeling more energetic or mentally clear within 2 to 3 weeks. Deeper benefits like improved cholesterol or better memory performance may take several months of consistent effort. Patience and consistency are key. Here's a simple guide you can screenshot, print, or save for easy reference. Let's start with the foods to add for heart and brain. Upward. Salmon or oily fish provides omega-3s for circulation and memory. Blueberries offer antioxidants for brain cell protection. Walnuts deliver healthy fats and vitamin E for cognition. Oats supply fiber for cholesterol and steady energy. Leafy greens contain folate and nitrates for brain and blood pressure support. Beans provide protein and potassium for heart rhythm. Avocado offers healthy fats and potassium for blood pressure. Olive oil contains anti-inflammatory fats for heart and brain. Dark chocolate provides flavonoids for blood flow and mood. Now for the foods to limit. Try to reduce high-salt snacks like chips, pretzels, and canned soups. Cut back on sugary, low-fat products such as cookies, dressings, and crackers. Limit heavy fried meals, including fried chicken and French fries. Reduce high-sugar desserts like pastries, candy, and soda. Here's a daily routine suggestion that brings it all together. For morning, try oatmeal topped with blueberries and walnuts. At lunch, enjoy a salad with leafy greens, beans, avocado, and olive oil dressing. In the evening, have baked salmon with roasted vegetables. As a bonus, treat yourself to 1 lined square of dark chocolate after dinner. Let me share some quick wins you can start this week. Add berries to your breakfast. Switch from butter to olive oil. Eat fish once per week. Drink a glass of water before each meal. Here are some questions to ask your doctor during your next visit. Ask how you can adjust your diet to better support your heart and brain health. Inquire whether you should have your omega-3 or vitamin D levels checked. Find out if a Mediterranean-style diet is appropriate for your health conditions. Discuss whether there are any foods you avoid based on your medications. Save this guide. Share it with someone you care about. Use it as your roadmap to better health. Here are the key sources mentioned through this video. These are paraphrased for educational purposes and comply with fair use guidelines. Harvard Health Publishing published an article in 2021 called The Heart-Brain Connection. This article discusses how cardiovascular health directly influences brain function, memory, and long-term cognitive performance in older adults. The Mayo Clinic released a resource in 2023, Nutrition and Cardiovascular Health. This resource reviews how omega-3 fatty acids, dietary fiber, and plant-based nutrients support heart function and reduce inflammation. The National Institutes of Health published research in 2022 on dietary antioxidants and cognitive aging. This research overview explores how berries, vitamin E, and leafy greens may help protect memory pathways, and slow age-related cognitive decline. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued a guide in 2022 on healthy aging and chronic disease prevention. This guide highlights dietary patterns linked to lower risk of heart disease and better cognitive health in seniors. These sources are referenced for educational purposes only. Always consult your health care provider for personalized medical advice. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes only to age. Help you make informed choices about your health. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what works wonderfully for Barbara, James, and Margaret might need small adjustments for you. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward better heart and brain health. Take care of yours. Stay curious and keep learning. I'll see you in the next video.